Welcome back to Metroid Prime. In this part we're continuing going through the Chozo ruins. And we're finally going to go to the second floor up here. Though first I'm going to be doing some scanning, I guess. At this point I decided to just go full on post-commentary. Just to be a bit more careful, and I think things will turn out a lot better this way. At least I hope so. There are more war wasps up here. Oh, when you shoot that tree, they'll see the leaves fall down. That's actually a really nice effect. And I'm shooting missiles at the hives, because I think this is around the point where the war wasps can respawn. And I overuse going to the scan visor admittedly. I think more than any other game in the series, this one has the most random tunnel areas. Not sure why that is. And yeah, it goes without saying that because we have the morph bottle, we can now go through here. And more morph ball. To another dark room with plasmites. And yeah, this shows the overgrowth. There's apparently some sort of well, something is causing this water to be poisonous. And if we go over here, there's some more Chozo lore to scan. Might give us a better idea what to do or what's going on. And they did see a vision of Samus, who, as I said before, was raised by the Chozo. Called her by a nickname, the Hatchling. And it's about how they figure it might be too late, despite their visions that Samus might be the only one able to help them. Spoiler alert, they were completely correct to be fearful of that. It's called Chozo Ruins for a reason, not Chozo City. I think you can guess what happened to them. That's not particularly a spoiler, I feel. And these enemies, Shriek Bats, or as I like to call them, the kamikaze enemies. Because they will run into you, explode, and die. I'm not sure why. It says they're territorial. Do they have to be suicidal? I'm not sure that's the best plan they could have had, even as animals. And this room's one of the more knowable ones in this area. I even went to the maps to show off the name of it. Now the Reaper Vines, you can only stun. You attack them and they'll go back into their hole they came from. But they'll come back pretty quickly. So you have to jump to where they are to get to where you need to go. Now this I scanned accidentally up. That's for later. And more telling you where the safe station is. Which is fine. A little ahead in this video, you'll see that I absolutely have grown to hate those stupid vines. This is a pretty fail-filled part, I have to admit. Yeah, you'll see. And I was just trying to show off what the steam does to your visor. Another really nice effect. I appreciate it, at least. And those were more streak bats. I shot them before they could attack. Because if you come in here and then go back, they'll attack you. But if you're not facing them, apparently they're not interested in attacking you. Like, he's not looking at us. It's no big deal. This part has a lot of new enemies. Like this one. Blast caps. Now these can be pretty annoying. If you shoot them, they'll explode and there'll be poison around the area for a second. If you run into them, same thing happens. They can be pretty annoying. You just have to just shoot them and get them out of your way. There are two areas we could go, but first we're going this way. This upgrade is kinda optional, at least for now, but we're going for it now because we can. And it's really helpful. You know, if you paid attention there was some kind of weird whistling sound. We'll get to what that was in a second. But I'm an idiot, so I forgot that I didn't have any more missiles. So now I have to go back and find some. Sadly, this is not the last time I will fail in this video. Not sure why I'm looking around so much in these. My plan for this is let them try to attack me and then I just shoot them and try to jump in. Yeah, I got the missile. Now, until my last playthrough or so, I always forgot where this was. But right here, if you shoot that with a missile, you'll find a missile expansion, which adds 5 missiles, which means we have now twice as many as usual that we can carry. And that's what that whistling like sound was from before. It's a nice little sound indicator, I guess, to give you an idea of where the power-ups are. Instead of having to scan everything or be really lucky or look up on the internet, which is pretty helpful. This puzzle, basically you have to find 4 runic symbols, like this one, and scan them, and after that you can enter this area behind the gate. But I was clearly very smart and did all this perfectly, I'm sure. And I'm sure I'll never fall in the poison again. And that was an edit. Maybe I should keep pointing that out. So that's 2 runic symbols. No, you don't stop scanning them. Stop scanning the boxes past me. There's no point to that. There's a point to get that. That's still the, it's called large energy. It's basically, it heals 30 health instead of the small one that heals 10, or the really big one that heals a full 100. And missiles are pretty useful to get rid of multiple of those. Got the 3rd one. What am I looking for in this part? I don't remember. I just keep looking around for some reason in this video. I honestly don't know why. That wasn't a wise idea. Okay. That wasn't the smartest idea. I think. Maybe. It's just a guess. I like how I just walk into the low mushroom and it's just like you just get knocked back, like you got hit by a giant monster or something. Samus really is weaker after losing all their stuff. And I missed. I'm sure I'll react to all this in the most mature way possible. Now I'm trying to get to the last runic symbol. Which is right here, right? And then around here I realized I was an idiot. And I get knocked down again, and now I'm in the deep water for the poison. That doesn't annoy me at all. As you can clearly tell. Yep. I really don't know what I was doing in this part. I like to imagine that would be Samus's actual reaction. Just like, fuck this shit, and just shoot everything like a madman. Mad woman in this case. Spoilers. And because of my bottomless stupidity, I'm almost dead. I'm sure great, my favorite game! Hopefully this is the stop sucking power-up. I could use that. I could really use that. Now you can just... Now we don't just stun these enemies, we can actually destroy them with the charge beam. Though you can't... I don't think you can actually lock onto these eye creatures. So you have to manually aim it. And I didn't realize until this part that they didn't just move up and down with their lasers, they actually... Their eyes are just spinning around. It's pretty weird. There's also more Charizard, of course. And this is... more foreshadowing. Lots of foreshadowing. Let's just say that. But I guess this poison is called the Great Poison, and their ruins were just, well, ruined because of whatever happens with the water here. I'm not always a fan of the type of storytelling that's more based on, like, the world and, like, finding text and stuff, or, like, you know, the files you'd find in, like, Resident Evil games. But I really enjoyed it in this game, at least. Certainly better than that other Metroid game, in which you had to be... the characters had to tell you every single thing possible. You know the one, I assume. No objections. The baby, but seriously, I think that's just about enough for now, and since we have the charge beam back, well, we at least have, the ability to get power-ups, that are far away. I'll save here, and next time we'll get the last, pretty much the last upgrade we get before we leave.